So Greer will inbound for St. Joe's. Wide open look to Kwachik. Green closes in, can't get the reverse to go. Gets his own miss. Gets it back out to Fleming. Now Xavier Brown will try to three. He got it. Ties the game up at 70. 6 ties, 5 lead changes with 2.5 minutes to play. House tries to split 3 defenders, puts the ball up and gets the roll. Brody back on top by 2.
House still leading all Rams with 15 points.
Greer coast to coast. His floater doesn't go. Fuchs with his 10th rebound, another double-double for the freshman. And a big one. Number 10 was for the Rams. As they get the ball back up by 2. Nearly poked away by Greer. Weston. Better pass this time in for Fuchs. Here's Estevez. Halfway down, but bounced out. That would have put Rhode Island in the driver's seat. Could have potentially led by 5. Instead, here's Greer. Slipped at the baseline, tripped up by Fuchs. And that is foul number 5 on David Fuchs. He has fouled out. Knotted up at 72 with 93 seconds left. Gearing up for an exciting finish from the Ryan Center. Who will start 1-0 in A10 conference play? We'll find out after this timeout.
30 seconds.
Rhode Island had 2. They decide to take one here. Came the last Atlantic 10 opening win for Rhode Island at home was all the way back in 2018 against George Mason. And interestingly enough, that same season was also the last time Rhode Island lost to St. Joe's at home. That was a 78-48 game on senior night. Rhode Island would end up going on to make the NCAA tournament that season, and of course defeated Trae Young in Oklahoma in the first round.
Rams are also 4-1 in the last 5 games against St. Joe's in the Ryan Center.
Last win came 2 years ago. Final year for David Cox leading the Rams. No one from that team left for Rhode Island just 2 years later. 1:15 left to go. Rhodey and St. Joe's knotted up at 72. House had some separation for a moment. 5 to shoot. House lost the basketball. Ripped away from St. Joe's. Jump ball, and the arrow will favor the Rams, so they catch a break there on what was a brilliant defensive effort by the freshman, Xavier Brown. Well, Rhode Island will get a fresh shot clock off of that as well with 1:06 to play. And Billy Lang and the St. Joe's bench looking for an explanation. They get one that's satisfactory, and play will resume. Long lob in for Montgomery, who just snatches it out of the reach of Greer. Weston to House, puts up a 3, short. An air ball from Jaden House, and St. Joe's has the ball. Less than a minute left to go.
Less than a minute.
How about the hustle for Green trying to get the loose ball?
Reynolds, a 3. Front iron, Weston with the basketball. And with a 17-second difference in clocks, Rhode Island will use as much time as they can.
And everybody getting off their feet in the Ryan Center.
The freshman Estevez, one of the biggest moments of his young career. Loops it back. Green passes up the 3. Drives inside, lays it in, and a blocking foul. David Green has a chance at a 3-point play. He's been the vocal leader of this group even when he's not been in uniform this year. And now that he's on the floor, he's been the X factor for Rhode Island, especially in the second half. A chance to put Rhode Island in the driver's seat. He's perfect from the line in the second half. Going 4 of 4 since returning from the locker room. Has one more. Back ironed, rebound taken, and a foul as Green hopped over the back of the defender, Reynolds, so that will go against Green. It's his 4th. So Rhodey is up by 2 with 27.5 seconds left.
And of course, you can't discredit Green's hustle, but knowing that St. Joe's is in the double bonus, you can't make those kinds of mistakes.
And that was one of those plays. The St. Joe's does have a chance here, Cam, to tie the game on free throws of their own from Eric Reynolds. So not only do they get a chance, they get it to one of their best players. Free throw bounces off the glass and in. And that's one of those plays, Cam, where you want to certainly avoid that kind of foul, but in the heat of the moment, you're trying to get the ball in late game situations. It's just a tough break there, really. 31 straight games with double figures for Reynolds. It's a tie game. 25 seconds left. Rhode Island has a chance at the final shot. Swarmed at half court. Estevez finds Weston, and timeout called by Archie Miller. That's Rhode Island's final timeout. Could play for the first win in conference play. Estevez to inbound for Rhode Island. Courtright has the ball. He had 10 in the first half. Can he get his first bucket in the second? Guarded by Reynolds, who's okay after going down. 3 seconds left. Courtright splits the difference, puts it through. Rhode Island takes the lead with 0.8 of a second left.
How about that bucket from Courtright?
St. Joe's uses one of their 2 remaining timeouts. Let's take a look.
Courtright does such a great job, game in and game out, of splitting defenders. We've seen it here tonight a few times. That one, again, a huge bucket in a huge way. Teardrop, 1/8 of a second left for the Hawks offense coming out of this last timeout.
Louis Courtright was 0 of 4 in the second half before that possession. And that did not faze him. The contact, the traffic, Eric Reynolds was all in his face. And a perfect teardrop, as they will add 0.2 of a second to the clock, so 1 second left. Certainly not against a team like this, Cam. St. Joe's right now in the conversation for an at-large bid, and if Rhode Island can hold on, this could be a signature win under Archie Miller, but they need to play lockdown defense for one last second. Final gasp for St. Joe's. 1 second left. Greer, deep down the court, it's out of bounds. And Rhode Island's gonna take over.
Rhode Island ball.
Because, Cam, that this happened, it was an inbound pass that went straight out of bounds. No time came off the clock, which is important here. Louis Courtright will inbound for the Rams on the cusp of their biggest one of the year. And immediately a foul called. And so St. Joe's is going to take no time off the clock and send Rhode Island to the free throw line.
Personal foul.
That's the 5th foul on Cameron Brown, who will foul out with 6 points.
Trying to read what Coach Miller's saying on the sideline, a little confused, saying you can't do that.
I think he's upset because that was an intentional foul. St. Joe's wanted the foul without taking time off the clock, and you can't do that, Cam.
Well said, perfectly explained, and we'll take a look back at the intentional from Cam Brown, who now fouls out.
You could see he's trying to play it off, but clearly trying to grab him before the inbound pass. And now the officials are at the monitor. So they're gonna get 2 free throws. If you make both, this could put it out of reach for St. Joe's, barring a miracle.
After review, the call stands.
The call stands, no intentional foul on Brown, but he does foul out. That is Cameron Brown who fouls out.
So in the events of a miss, now on the second free throw from Montgomery, the Hawks have 1 timeout left and still 1 lone second on the clock. Very little time to make anything happen.
Montgomery, a perfect 3 of 3 with 1 free throw left. St. Joe's does have that timeout, Cam. They're likely going to advance the ball after this. Free throw up, free throw good. 4-point game for the Rams. Timeout, Billy Lamb. We'll take a look at that Courtright shot one more time. This is the shot that put Rhode Island ahead with not a whole lot of time left. Split 2 defenders, pulls up for the floater. And that could be shot of the year for Rhode Island if they hold on. So St. Joe's will not advance the ball. What they're hoping for here perhaps is to get a foul on a long attempt. Of course, baiting Rhode Island in this point is going to be a tough task. Greer will inbound. He'll laser it in, and time will run off the clock. The 3 is in the air. It will not matter. Rhode Island, a new year, a new group. This looks like a new Rhode Island team. They start off 2024 with a win. 1-0 to begin conference play, and perhaps an upset of the year over St. Joseph's.